About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when he came out of college, we all knew he had the chance to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He got there in short fashion and elevates everyone around him. Led the league in passing last year with nearly 5,000 yards and had 43 touchdown passes. He's hoping to get his team back to the playoffs after falling just short a season ago.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Back deep for the Eagles, Avery Williams. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He didn't expect this year to be any different.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Good footwork at the 30. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25.
We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to have a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. First and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Shamar Stewart just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. It's caught. Smith. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Smith. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Play action. It's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Burrow going to throw again. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. They defer to Brown to start the drive. Nifty move. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now a short one to Gesicki. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, since the leaping rules were changed back in 2017, we only average about one block kick per week league-wide. They pulled out all the stops there, got someone in there, delivered a big block.
I actually didn't think it was that high. I thought it was even less than that, but those guys executed perfection right there. Really brought excellent effort on that snap. Can't ask for anything more, and they got it done.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley hit and the ball pops free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Previous play is
and
under
now
review.
Before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
On the tackle there was DJ Turner. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Hurts completing this one quickly. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
This now a 3rd and 4. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second and goal, Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. This one caught downfield by Higgins. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 70 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Well, the offense offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Off the RPO, he completes it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This is Smith with the ground. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And Garrett's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And bulldozing his way through. And able to get this out to the 25. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. They go play action with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! From a yard out. And the Bengals have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call, Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
McPherson on for the point after. And this is now a one-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
5-yard gain on the play. And an Eagles first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Barkley inside handoff. And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
At the 14-yard line.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith on the receiving end for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They go play action with Hurts. Out left to Dotson. And he gets gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra from 21 yards away. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Open man is Yoshivas. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 1. They will toss to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
At the 6-yard line.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. Is able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
At the 7-yard line.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating him up right now. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Second down at the 46-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out, you can run wide receiver routes with him, you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second down and 8. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
4th down and 1.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios of the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll be taken down at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down and 6 now. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the Bengals 7-yard line.
On the option left, it's Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshibas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Burrow looking to pass. Got him in. It's Brown. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
An inside give, Brown. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Running right, here's Brown. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
A 49-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A quick throw here out to Brown. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they can run ragged throughout.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts completing this one quickly. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now Saquon Barkley. Ooh, the juke. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver's taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it, at least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This time Burrow will look to throw. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Over the middle to Smith. A little power on the move that time. It's still tackled shy of the 20. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Devontae Smith. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run with Barkley. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Burrow going to keep it himself. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
1st down, Bengals.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
They work now on 2nd and 9. In motion right is Brown. They go play action with Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Well, this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Right there, we can do it. Take it to him.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Dillon is into the end zone for the Eagle touchdown.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second and 6. Now it's Burrow. A short throw there pulled in by all. That one a first down pickup of 8. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Burrow looking to pass. This one complete to Yoshibas. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And Burrow going to throw again. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
McPherson now for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Eagles.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.